So there are lots of ways to think, and the best way to think about any problem or any situation is first principle thinking. And I am like a first principle thinker, and you have to be a first principle thinker. And first principle thinking is like very important and it's huge. That's how Jeff Bezos have built his companies. That's how Elon Musk have built his companies, and every billionaire that you can like possibly think of, like Charlie Munger, and every like billionaire basically thinks from first principle. And if you like break down things to their core, first fundamental truth, and set other assumptions and beliefs and dogmas and everything, any opinions and the status quo aside, and you reason from the bottom up. And you are basically like breaking things to their core fundamental truth that cannot be like further argued, then you are going to get really amazing outcomes, and should be able to build great companies like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have done. And I've seen a lot of online entrepreneurs that they basically bought cars, and they bought cars after cars, and they like buy watches after watches, and they buy houses after houses, and they like basically are materialistic, and buy things to basically show off on internet. And the thing about them is that man, like you've really got nothing to give to your audience. You've only got like a car or a villa or like any materialistic thing to show to your audience. That's not like amazing. That's not good, because what I've got to show to my audience is not like a car, is not any house, is not like any watches, or is not any luxury lifestyle. But what I've got is that I can like provide value and solve their problem, and that's what really matters. And that's how you can win in the long term. If you want to win in this whole communication game, you have to provide value first, and just like stop showing lifestyle, and have something to show, which is show and give, which is give value and solve problems, and don't just flex your lifestyle. And I've stopped doing business, and I don't have any clients right now, and I'm not taking any clients anymore. And what I'm going to focus for really 2 months or maybe like 1 month, this month December, is to basically like study for my 12th exam. And I think I might like get fail, and I might get very low grades, like above average grades, but I want to like get really excellence grade, like 80 to 90%, and even beyond that, and I think I can get that. So that's why I'm studying for my exams, and I can like still run my business pretty much. there's uh, there's really like I have to do a lot of things in future that I'm like planning to do, but right now the situation is not acceptable, and it's not it's requiring me to like basically study for my exam. So I cannot like do business, and I cannot like focus on that thing, but I am like doing something little of it, and also like the YouTube side of it. And the one thing that I'm going to really use for the rest of my life, and it's going to help me a lot and achieve greater things in life, is basically the scientific method. And a lot of people, it like it's one of the competitive advantage that I have, because a lot of people basically don't know about the scientific method, and they don't like study science and physics and biology and stuff like that. But that's a mistake that you are making, and you have to study science and biology and physics, because they are like the models of reality, and they represent reality. And you have to understand these models if you want to get an accurate view of reality and truth. And I think scientific method I can use in my business, in my life, and pretty much everything. And I'm going to like pioneer this the scientific method of business. And through this like the use of scientific method, we've made like so much progress over the last few centuries and a few years, like really hard. And we've like sent a man to the moon through through the use of the scientific method. So that's like very powerful. And I'm going to use the scientific method to basically make millions and multi-millions and billions, and then multi-billions, and then even trillions. And you have to understand that it's just a method, and it's just a model. It's not like actual the reality, and it may have some faults and issues with it, but it's very effective. One thing that I really don't like about peoples is that they have their own beliefs, they have their own dogmas, and they're indoctrinate into something and their worldview, their paradigm. But the problem comes when you try to push your worldview, your paradigm, your way of thinking into other people, and that's like the worst thing that you can possibly do. And just understand that we are all like living in a different bubbles, and we all have different worldviews, different paradigms, and we all like live in delusions. Our bubbles are not like the reality. They might represent an accurate view of reality, but they are not actually reality, and they are not actually truth. So you have to be very careful with how you think and how you see the world, because that's going to massively impact who you are and where you go in life. And one thing that I've learned is that if I like stay who I am, then I'm going to like stay where I am, and that's like just the truth. And I have to like change first of all like who I am, then it's going to change me where I would be and where I am. And if nothing changes, then nothing changes. And break free from all dogma, break free from all belief systems, and break free from all the conditioning that you got from the society. So, do you remember I said earlier in a previous video to be like basically non-ideological, and a lot of people I've seen are not ideological, but the problem they are making is that they are making that non-ideological approach their ideology, which is kind of insane and not really good. And they are making this mistake by thinking that by not being ideological, they are like not actually being ideological, but by not being ideological they are like mistaking that non-ideological to build an ideology which is to be a non-ideological. And I know like it's hard to explain, but I've seen a lot of people, and I might get trapped in this thing also, but I did not. And I am like highly self-aware and highly conscious of these things.